tie between Kimmy over at Niswa Legion and 2A Girl over at Jimmy G's Bar, both with 57,000. With 59,000 not too far ahead is Brother Ned.
Hey guys, and we are getting into a little bit of jackpot hunter action, but but before we do so, we got to get into a little bit of lucky for bingo. A nice what would it say? Starting the starting bell. That's the lucky four. Is our starting.
It's like the appetizer.
Exactly. Before we get into some awesome jackpot hunter action, but I don't know if you call it the appetizer when you have $11,819 on the line. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled. Just 20 seconds to do so. And we are going to be streaming to you guys this entire happy hour on the Pilot TVs, the Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube and Twitch. So make sure you guys are checking in on any of those platforms and let us know what's happening at whatever bar location you're at so we can shoot you out some luck for these great games we have in store.
Absolutely, especially if you're at one of those brand new locations that got a Pilot TV. That is super exciting. We love seeing you guys out there smile in front of that TV. And so definitely check that out. And if you're on your way to a bar or restaurant to play, a couple of the locations that you can check out brand new Pilot TVs at are Smiley's Tavern, B&L Bar, Moen's Bar, Rodney's Tavern, Oleander Saloon, Big Dog Sports Cafe, and the Lamplighter Bar.
Definitely some great locations there, but we are working on this mini jackpot. Ooh, please. No, not able to win it. $4 must go on this one, as I don't even know how to say that name.
Pleasenti.
Yeah, Pleasenti is one ball away, as well as the Mayor now taking home the win over at VFW Blaine. 13, 15, 67, and 69 are our lucky four numbers. But we're going to keep our eye out on 13 and 15, as those are both games that we will be playing during this jackpot hunter. But right now we're getting enrolled into game number 1 with a minor jackpot at $4. It should be going pretty quickly, and as soon as it gets over that $100 mark, it'll be clicking up from 52 to 56. That major prize is at $9,867. You can win in 50 balls or less. And then that mega prize that just went out earlier last month, as it is at 100 grand in 43 balls or less to win.
Absolutely.
Can't believe it's already the next month. We're into May. It is May. Wow.
That flew by.
Yeah, it really has been, and this season 11 is going to be coming to a close.
That's right. We are officially in the tail end of it, and things are going crazy. We are officially at 418 jackpots so far for season 11, and just 29 of them came from the last week, and over the weekend, we had 14 total jackpots go out.
Yeah, definitely a really good weekend with a whole entire really good season 11 so far, as we're trying to hit that 700 jackpot amount, and we have about maybe 1 or 2 months left.
I think it's 2.
Is it 2? I'll have to double check with that one, how much longer we have on that season 11, but definitely coming to the tail end of this season 11. And some of the people who were getting wins over last weekend was the first one on Friday, D.L. Bowman over at American Legion Forest Lake, taking home $1,732.
Oh, yeah, but it doesn't stop there, as we had the Mad Hatter over at MC's Dugout 2, getting to take home $876.
Yeah, that is definitely some great stuff. Love the Mad Hatter. Do you like Johnny Depp's version of the Mad Hatter?
Yeah, I think it's fun. I think it's a very playful take on the Mad Hatter, but
I think it's one of the better live action, turning a little cartoon into a live action. I think it's one of the better versions of that, and I like Johnny Depp's, and I just think it was funny that Johnny Depp was recently asked what movies he had been in, and the only movie he could list was Alice in Wonderland.
Yes.
He was like, at least Alice in Wonderland. I thought it was really, really funny. The good old Mad Hatter, definitely a great character. Part of the Alice in Wonderland, which we actually have a game themed off of.
That's right. You can definitely check out that E-Tab game. It's Winter Wonderland, isn't it?
Is it Winter Wonderland? Yeah, I think so. You guys will.
It is.
There definitely is one.
You can play at the Queen's Tea Party.
Oh, super, super fun stuff. Good job, Mad Hatter, getting the win, reminding us of an E-Tab game. We also had Fresh Star over at Wild Bill's Sports Saloon in Woodbury, taking home $638.
Oh, yeah, nicely done. And then we also had Sunshine over at Blasco's Embassy Bar, who got to to take home $1,487.
Yeah, good job, Sunshine. I figured out what movie it was from. It is from Remember the Titans.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, really good movie. Love Remember the Titans. I knew which one it was from. I just didn't know the name. Like, I get the names of all of them mixed up. Like, I knew exactly what movie. Like, I could tell you the entire plot line with that Sunshine is in. But I just couldn't remember if it was Remember the Titans or if it's. I'm trying to remember the other one that I thought it could be. As there's a Friday Night Lights.
Oh, okay.
Was the other one that I was like, is it Friday Night Lights? Remember the Titans? There's so many football themed movies.
Yes.
But Sunshine, one of those fun characters from those movies.
Definitely. But next up, finishing off Friday, right, we had Sofa over at the Heartland Country Club, who got to take home $1,456.
Yeah, good job, Soph. Getting Saturday started off right, we had Willie over at Hadley Community Center taking home $6,727.
Nicely done. Not even our biggest jackpot of the weekend, but nicely done getting Saturday started off right. Next up, we had Brother Nate over at the Chart House taking home $854.
Yeah, good job, Brother Nate. Like that name, Brother Nate. It messed you up in the beginning
It did. It really did.
Cup of Joe, as it took you off guard as you first said brother, and then we're going to just go 8, and then you were like, wait, Brother Nate. Brother Nate. Yeah, good job getting the win. We also had MB wins over at Sergeant Pepper's, taking home $836. Sergeant Pepper's, one of my favorite location names.
Oh, yeah. And then next up, we had Donuts Bag, I should say, over at VFW Crystal, who got to take home a whopping $991.
Definitely some good stuff there. Not only just some tasty stuff, but a really good win. We also had P&J over at
That makes more sense.
Broadway Pizza in Blaine, taking home $1,444. What makes more sense now?
The P&J. I pronounced it as Panda J earlier.
J. That's super funny. I didn't even realize that as I was on air with you earlier. That's funny.
I'm glad I just skated by them.
Good job, P&J.
Yeah, nicely done. Next up, we had Tab over at the VFW Brooklyn Park, who got to take home $695.
Yeah, the first win of that Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
We also had Taylor over at Croft Pub and Grub taking home $725. But another player splitting that jackpot, they both took home $725, was a player that got a win earlier in the week. Brother Nate over at the Chart House. Really good weekend for Brother Nate.
Yeah, nicely done. Taking home some great jackpots. But we had one final jackpot that went out this weekend, and it was our largest one yet. And it went out to Bobber over at Harbor Bar and Restaurant, who got to take home $11,622.
You have a grandpa named Bob. Do you ever call him Bobber?
Yes.
Do you?
We do.
You call him Bobbert a lot?
Yeah, we do.
Bobbert, Bobbus.
Bobbert, Bobbus. Sometimes, unfortunately, he'll get a boobus. It really just depends on the day.
Yeah, it just matters on how you're feeling.
My Navy captain grandpa just keeping
your
up, putting up with us.
6'7" Navy captain grandpa that you just
has been reduced down to Bobbus.
That's hilarious. Well, good job, Bobbert, getting the win over at Harbor Bar and Restaurant. But you guys can always get a lot of wins in our e-tabs, and our e-tabs are super, super fun. We've released 3 new e-tabs this year so far. Before I get over those 3 new e-tabs, we do have a winner.
Elmer Fudd, nice to see you out there. That's a celebrity if you didn't know.
Really?
And he's playing over at Neighbors on the Rum in Princeton, getting to take home that Musco prize of $15.20.
Yeah, really good stuff there. I have no idea who Elmer Fudd is.
Really? Yeah, he's from a...
Oh, okay. He's the cartoon character from...
That Wily Rabbit.
Yes. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe I didn't recognize Elmer.
Yeah, come on.
I mean, what a great character from those, from the great... why am I blanking on what they're called? Looney Tunes. Yeah,
yes,
love
he's
the
the
Looney
best
Tunes.
shot in the West.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
No. Bugsy just plays him like a fiddle.
I know.
Just
Poor
crazy.
Elmer
At least
Fudd.
it's not as bad as the Roadrunner and
Yes.
Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah. Well, you might not be getting that rabbit, but at least you're getting a jackpot out there. So congratulations to Elmer Fudd.
Yeah, now we got 1 minute and 30 seconds to get rolled in this next one. That minor jackpot grown up to $42. Still think there's a little bit more growth to happen in this final minute, and so we'll see if that can happen. But I was talking about the e-tabs.
Absolutely.
3 different e-tabs have been released in 2022 so far.
About before.
The first one was a little bit of Roaring 20s action. Then next up was Nugget Chasers that came out, and the last one that just hit your guys' iPads was Blazing Wheels. Super fun game where you can win some scorching prizes, but there's going to be a new one added to that list pretty soon.
That's
right. Coming to your guys' iPads this Thursday, and that is Break the Bank. Super fun game where you can really try and break the bank and win some big cash. Really good stuff. Should be hitting you guys on Thursday, just in time for a little bit of Cinco de Mayo action.
Oh, perfect timing. Hopefully you guys will check that out and be able to have a little bit of fun. We've officially released the update about it, and so you guys can go over to our Facebook page and see the promo for that brand new eTab game and when it's going to be coming out for you guys. But other than that, our Facebook page has the hub of all of our information, so you should be able to keep up with all of our weekly bingo schedules, event details, big progressives, player pictures, and that link tree, which is super useful, especially if you're new to Pilot. It's got direct links to all of our social medias, pgl.world, as well as all of our streams and locations where you guys can play Pilot games.
Well, great stuff on that Facebook page. Love Facebook, and the link tree, super great stuff as well there, where you can find all those locations. And you can also on that find our weekly bingo schedule, which is always a blast, and we get every single day started off with some Twins bingo that runs from 12 all the way till 1 o'clock. We were not able to give out that jackpot in Twins bingo, and so that means it's growing and rolling into tomorrow. It was already at $1,491 heading into today, and should be even larger heading into tomorrow.
Absolutely. So definitely come out tomorrow, and even for that Cup of Joe show that happens each and every morning at 11:30, you'll be able to find out what that Twins bingo jackpot is starting out the day at before you guys even get enrolled at 12. So definitely come out for that. It's just a little 20-minute increment show where we tell you where all the money's at.
Yeah, definitely great stuff. And after Twins bingo, you head into another 25-cent card game, Jackpot Hunter 25-cent edition. It's just like the game you're playing right now, but except for the minor clicks up 4 balls every $50.
Oh, yeah.
So it grows really quickly. A lot of fun there. The major prize was a super doable prize heading in today at 52 balls or less. We'll be seeing if that went out when we check in with a Cup of Joe with Jordy and see if that big prize hit anyone's pocket.
Oh, yeah. It was already starting out the day at around $5,000. So if it didn't go out and you guys were trying for it, I can only imagine what it's going to be at tomorrow. So definitely come out and be in the know about that. But what we're playing now is what comes right after the 25-cent card edition of Jackpot Hunter. You tried your hand at that first round of Lucky 4 bingo. It didn't go out, so you get another shot at the $11,745 right at 6 p.m. after we finish off these 23 games you're playing right now. And as you can see, we got a must-go prize of $22.20, a minor at $46.75, already at 42 balls or less, and that major at $9,900 at 50 balls or less. You know things get really crazy once that hits that 50-ball marker.
Yeah, and after 23 games of Jackpot Hunter, 2 games of Lucky 4 bingo, you're going to be hopping into a little bit of Skull bingo action that runs from 6 all the way till 10. Before I get into those prizes, we do have a must-go winner.
There it is. Emily over at JR's Junction, taking home $22.20.
What a good place name. Just use Junction as your location name instead of Pub and Grub or whatever it is. I feel like JR's Junction. I'm like, okay.
There was a childhood show that I remember watching that was Something Junction.
Okay.
And this is very funny now because it's reminding me, but I've been trying to figure out the name of it for probably a week and a half now.
I feel like Curtis is the one to ask. Curtis always knows any of my random TV shows from my childhood that I have no idea. He helped me think of Lab Rats as a show. I had not thought of Lab Rats in forever. From Disney XD. Yeah. I could not think of it to save my life, and I was like, I really enjoyed watching that with my little brothers. Like, that was a super fun show for me. And then he was like, as soon as I was like, but I don't know the name of it. He was like, Lab Rats. And so Something Junction, Curtis, if you can try and figure that one out.
Oh, I found it.
Did you?
I did. It's called, no, this might be it. Yeah, Jungle Junction.
Oh, really? Never heard of it.
Yeah, it might have been a little young for you.
Okay. It was more of a, it kind of looks like a Thomas the Train type feel.
Yes, I liked it better than Thomas the Train when I was a little.
That's super fun. Well,
they were like little animals, but on wheels.
On wheels, cars and
like
Madagascar meat.
What?
I said cars in Madagascar meet.
Pretty much.
And then got reduced down to Thomas the Train type intellect level.
It is. No, there's like a blue like elephant that's like a bus, and then there's like conjunction junction. Is that what I'm thinking about?
That could be what it is.
Oh my goodness.
I'm totally thinking that you're thinking of conjunction junction because I've never heard of jungle junction.
Oh my goodness. This might be it. I can't remember. I think the other one was, I remember watching Conjunction Junction, but.
Yes, that's super fun.
That's hilarious.
Well, all great shows there. Definitely some good stuff. Thank you, Curtis, for helping us out a bit. We do have 25 seconds to get enrolled in this next game, and I was talking about Skull Bingo prizes.
Absolutely.
It runs from 6 all the way till 10 today, and you're going to have that entire time to go after a line prize. That's starting off at $0, but should be growing pretty quickly at 10 balls or less. A large frame of $827 that you can win in 43 balls or less. And I think everybody's going to have their eye out on the coverall, which is sitting at $51,868.
Wow.
You can win in 50 balls or less.
Really?
Yeah. 50 balls or less.
Wow.
Great prize. Last time that Skull Bingo prize went out, I think it was in the 30,000s.
Yeah.
And so it's already larger than it was previously when it went out.
Yeah, you guys definitely need to be trying for that Skull Bingo. Hopefully that coverall will go out and into one of your guys' pockets tonight after we get done with this happy hour show. That would be awesome.
Yeah, but the next 2 nights, you're not going to get a straight 6 to 10 Skull Bingo because we got some interruptions. Tomorrow night is going to be a MegaSota game night. It starts at 6:40 every single Tuesday with a great list of PGL games that you can win some great prizes in, and even a grand finale jackpot jungle coverall that you took home $7,867 if you win it in 54 balls or less.
Yeah, not to mention our second specialty night of the week. It happens each and every Wednesday from 7 to 9. Come out for that Wild Wednesday. It's a lot of fun. Ian and I are going to be taking over the ice studio and giving out as many PGL points as possible. Not to mention we have our own jackpot jungle coverall, and so you guys definitely need to be trying your hand at that. It's 25-cent card edition on Wednesday night, and you'll be trying your hand at $11,903, and you can take that home in 52 balls or less.
Ooh, should be super fun. So definitely come out for our 2 PGL nights. Should be an absolute blast. And we have 46 balls dropped on this one. 9 balls away for some of these players. We'll see if any of them can win. I see why not me.
Yeah, why not you?
Yeah, why not?
Tinker B.
Yeah, 8 balls away. We'll see if anybody, it doesn't look like anyone will be taking home any of the jackpots, but $27 still on the line for all these players, and we'll see if they can get the win.
Absolutely, and that miner's already at $81, and so in this next enrolling screen, hopefully we can get that over $100. So that very next game, that's going to click up 4 balls, and so once it gets over 100, it's going to be going up to 56 balls for you guys.
Yeah, definitely some really good stuff there. But we do have some national days to get into while we're waiting for this great winner. And there's the great winner, Tanya, as well as Candy, splitting up that $27 prize. Tanya over at North Star Bar in Rochester, and Candy over at American Legion Cassim.
Yeah, nicely done to all of those winners. That was game number 3. We're about to be enrolled in a game number 4.
Ooh, exciting stuff. And our first national day is World Tuna Day.
Oh, yeah.
World Tuna Day is an annual celebration on May 2nd. The day highlights the importance of managing fish stocks to maintain sustainability. With proper management, it's hope to ensure the world has a system in place to prevent tuna stocks from crashing.
All right, so is that just like the population of tuna depleting?
Yes, because we had a lot of tuna in our in this wherever you fish tuna. I don't even know.
In the ocean.
In the ocean, or tuna in the ocean.
Yes.
Then I didn't know if they were freshwater fish.
No.
But tuna, mass amounts of them. Then we started fishing them a bunch, using them in pretty much everything.
Yes.
And now it's depleted significantly since then. But it's a day to remind that we don't want that kind of stuff to happen, where it depletes rapidly, and keeping it well populated is a huge reason.
I wonder how many pounds of tuna I've consumed in my life.
Ooh, that would be an interesting.
Yes, because I feel like I've almost single-handedly helped in this.
you eat a lot of tuna?
I feel a little guilt, yes. Tuna is my favorite fish. I've eaten significant amounts of it in the last 10 years, and so I can only imagine. I love tuna, though.
Yeah. We have some interesting facts about
the bluefin tuna.
Yeah, the bluefin tuna. So a little bit more specific, but
yes.
let's see. Yes, they are predators. The bluefin tuna. The bluefin tuna will eat a wide variety of prey, but they prefer the open ocean fishes and
invertebrates, so they can swallow it whole. So they prefer fish without bones.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay, so
makes sense.
You know, they like themselves
Easy work.
some easy work, obviously.
Did you know that a bluefin tuna can reach up to 2,000 pounds, reaching nearly the lengths of 15 feet, making it bluefin tuna especially sought after by deep sea fishermen? It has been specifically fished and targeted by scientists and tagged by scientists to have supposedly reached this weight, and none have been caught and recorded yet, though.
Wow. So scientists have seen it grow to 2,000 pounds, but they get too smart after they get that big. They don't like being caught. And so no fisherman has been able to catch a 2,000-pound tuna.
Yeah.
That's crazy. They start out as nearly microscopic larvae.
Really?
That is so weird. Like many open ocean bony fish, they begin life no more than a few millimeters long. It only takes 3 to 5 years for them to reach lengths of 3 feet and begin to mature.
Really?
That's so interesting. I mean, after reading about 2,000-pound tunas,
yes.
finding out that they start off in a few millimeters is absolutely ridiculous.
That is insane. They are, I mean, I feel like any progression of any aquatic animal, or even amphibious, is that the half on?
Yes.
Amphibious. I feel like it's really cool to watch their progression in life.
It's always really, really interesting.
Like anything from larvae to that has to go through some type of metamorphosis and transition into something else. I think it's so, so cool.
Like little tadpoles turning into frogs.
Or even like the caterpillar to butterfly transition.
Yes.
Like things like that I find very, very fascinating.
No, that's really, really cool that it can grow up to 3 feet within the first 3 to 5 years.
Yeah. Did you know that their only natural predators are toothed whales and some open ocean shark species?
Really?
Really? One of these tunas that reach their full size and maturity, they go much higher on the food chain than when they're smaller. That makes sense. Only sometimes much larger and generally further from their own natural range than usual can be taken down. So it's when one ventures off.
But those large bluefin tuna, you don't want to mess with them. Interesting stuff, and we'll go through one more of these fun facts, as they need to be constantly moving.
Really?
Just like sharks, the bluefin relies on constant water flow over their gills in order to obtain oxygen.
Cool.
They'll also increase oxygen intake by swimming with their mouth open.
All right, but we got some winners. Kat over at Neighbors on the Rum and Candy over at American Legion Cassim taking home that win, both splitting up $45 on that must-go prize in this game number 4.
Yeah, really, really good stuff to both those players. And it's been speculated to be an endangered species, and so that's why we talk about this kind of day. The Atlantic bluefin was formerly common in the Black Sea and off the coast of Brazil, but hasn't been observed in significant numbers in decades. This has led to scientists believing that it should be classified as endangered and highly vulnerable to extinction.
Really? Yeah, I can't say that bluefin is the type of tuna that I eat a lot. I actually eat a lot of albacore tuna.
Okay.
And so that's kind of like the tuna that's used to make like the tuna salads, and even so with sushi and things like that, it's usually albacore tuna that they use.
Interesting. So that's the mainly consumed version of tuna. That's super, super good. I know it's also super healthy for you, tuna is.
Oh, yes, but in moderation. season. I know that it can be pretty bad consumed in like large amounts.
Yes, but I'm pretty sure the large amounts is very low in calories.
No, it's not about the calories or stuff like that. It's about the iron levels and the magnesium that's in the fish. And like pregnant women aren't supposed to eat tuna at all.
Really?
They're not even really supposed to eat fish in general.
That makes sense just because of all the things that get traveled through fish.
Yeah, and so that makes a lot of sense. But happy National Tuna Day.
Yeah, World Tuna Day.
World Tuna Day.
Yeah,
Have you eaten tuna before?
Yes, I've had tuna. I even had tuna with your family.
Really?
Yeah, they forced me to try a little.
Did you
little
try
bite
raw?
Of it. Yeah, I had to try a little bit of raw tuna.
Did you like it?
No, not one bit.
I had my brother, over the past weekend, I was back home with my family, and in my hometown, we have an awesome sushi restaurant.
Yeah.
And so we ended up getting like a huge takeout thing, and they ended up ordering like 3 orders of tuna sashimi, which is just the raw slab of tuna. And my brother's girlfriend also is not one for raw fish, but she trusts me blindly. Bless her soul. And so I just had her try a little bite of it, and she ended up really liking it.
No way.
I was so surprised, but I was like, I told you. I like dipped it in a little bit of that sweet eel sauce and soy sauce for her, so it wasn't just like eating a piece of
raw fish,
because I will admit, like, a slab of raw tuna does very much resemble like just not something you would necessarily would like to eat.
A dead slug.
I was gonna say like a tongue.
Like a tongue, yeah. No, it's definitely it's okay. I think the taste is pretty good.
It's an acquired taste.
I could totally get behind the whole entire taste of any kind of fish. The whole entire
the
my fish thing is raw fish. I also just have a disdain for like raw meats.
Yes.
And so just like thinking of eating raw fish it seems
it's hard to get behind.
Yeah, you know, it's in my head it's on the same level as eating like raw beef, and I'm like, why? I would never eat raw beef.
So different.
Exactly, but that's how I view it.
Well, I mean, you're not risking like E. coli if you're eating raw sushi grade fish. If you're eating sushi grade fish, you are not risking it. But if you're going to your 7-Eleven and picking up a California roll, you're running the risk.
Your Meyer sushi rolls.
Yeah, you are running the risk.
Yeah.
Of parasites and things along those lines.
Yeah.
But you just have to get good quality.
Yeah, I think that's the same with beef.
Yes, that is true. I mean, there's places that eat raw beef. It's called the tartare.
Yeah, it's gross. Gross.
Yeah, there was something I just saw of a girl going overseas, and she didn't know what she was ordering.
Yes.
And she ended up ordering beef tartare. And it came with a raw egg yolk in the center as well. And she was just like, I had no idea what I was getting. And she ate the whole thing, apparently.
Did she?
And I was just like, I don't think I could get behind that.
Maybe if I went to a nice restaurant, I would give it a shot.
And you were just like...
I would give it a shot, because, I mean, I've given tuna and raw fish a shot. Might as well give a tartare a shot, I guess.
Tartare.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, why not? Give it a shot.
Yeah. No, there's even tuna tartare. Like, it's just like raw tuna that you're given.
Super, super cool stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd be a down for the egg in the middle either.
That's what the part that got me. Like, I've heard of tartare. It's a very expensive meal that you eat. It's very high, I don't want to say high class.
Before you talk more about that, we do have a winner, Oswald, over at VFW Forest Lake, taking home that must-go prize of $35. Missing out on missing that minor prize by just 4 balls.
Oh, yeah, but that's already at a 56 ball count for you guys, and it's already at 181. So in this next enrolling screen, it's probably going to go over $200. And so this very next game, after we get into game number 6, game number 7, that ball count is going to be clicking up to 60 balls or less for you guys.
Super exciting stuff. Can't wait to see that click up, but might as well win it before it can do that.
Oh, yeah.
And just win it in 56 balls or less. But move on from our food talk from World Tuna Day. And this is, I mean, World Tuna Day is actually to help you look up maybe how to help preventing the extinction of tuna or the endangerment of tuna and making sure we never run out of the delicious fish.
Yes.
Next up on our National Day list, though, is National Life Insurance Day. National Life Insurance Day each year on May 2nd marks the anniversary of the first day that life insurance became available in the United States. The observance also brings awareness of the benefits of life insurance. Yeah, I'm not really familiar with the benefits of life insurance.
I think it helps protect and aid in the family members left behind.
Okay.
I know that if you have a very good life insurance policy, your spouse or your parent or whoever is succeeding you will end up getting some form of compensation.
Well, here's some of the top 5.
Okay.
One, life insurance payouts are tax free.
Okay.
Your dependents won't have to worry about living expenses. Life insurance can cover final expenses.
That'd be very helpful.
You can get coverage for chronic and terminal illnesses. And the 5th one, policies can supplement your retirement savings.
All right. Yeah, no, that seems like very beneficial things. I know it's very important, and it definitely aids in a lot. I know I ended up losing a family member pretty recently, and I know that they were talking about how much this really benefited my aunt and all of everything that she was going
And
through.
being able to figure all that kind of stuff out. I know I was talking to Will about how I don't have a will, and I was like, when are you supposed to do that? Like, when are you supposed to make your make a will?
That's a good question.
When you have enough stuff to actually like care about giving
to some people.
Leave to people, because like right now you're getting about 50 cents each from me, and and that's about
and your
it.
football cards.
And my football cards. That's probably worth more than my actual money that I have in my account.
Yeah.
Happy National Life Insurance Day. It's never too early to start looking at what life insurance fits you.
Absolutely. But we have one last national day, and it is the National Truffle Day. On May 2nd, National Truffle Day serves up a deliciously sweet treat and places the chocolate truffle in the spotlight. See, I wasn't sure if this was going to be the chocolate truffle or if it was going to be the mushroom truffle when I first read that.
Oh, yeah, the chocolate truffle. Super
prefer
tasty.
that.
Definitely. Getting those big
See, the mushroom comes up first when you look up truffle.
When I look up truffle, well, we're talking about the chocolate truffle. And chocolate truffles, I mean, those are what I like to think about. And they're so tasty. I mean, getting the variety packs that have all different kinds of fillings. Super good stuff. I know some people love to drop them in their coffee as well. And
I've been seeing that, and people pouring their espresso shots over them.
Yes.
To flavor their coffee with the chocolate. I think that sounds delicious.
Yeah, that's something that my mom did growing up, because I always thought these were like specifically for coffee. Like as a kid, I was like, I can't touch those chocolates because those are my mom's coffee chocolates. and so
that is super funny.
And so I was like, it was like hands off on those ones. Any other chocolates, if there's little chocolate chips around and stuff like that, you can sneak some of those.
Yeah.
But you
Not the coffee chocolates.
have to ask if you're about to eat one of those truffles, because you're in deep doo-doo if you decide to go against mom's wishes.
That is so funny.
But yeah, she used them for her coffee, and so I literally only thought I thought they were specifically meant for coffee, and they weren't like a normal enjoyment snack.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, they're just so good. Why would you waste them for coffee?
Oh my goodness, I grew up with pretty much every special occasion that there was, whether it be a birthday, a holiday, a commencement of some kind, or an accomplishment along my way. I was always getting a pack of truffles.
That's awesome. We do have a winner, Rocket, over at Eagles Wantana, taking home $35.20. Missing out on that jackpot, but no worry, because that minor jackpot is clicking up from 56 to 60 balls or less.
Absolutely, but nicely done. You get to take home $35.20 on this game at number 6, Rocket.
Yeah, definitely some good stuff.
Do you just prefer just a plain milk chocolate truffle?
Yeah, that would have to be, and the ones with extra chocolate middle area,
like the softer chocolate on the inside.
Oh my goodness, when you got that soft, it's not like the fudge. It's like,
no, it's like Godiva.
Yes, exactly.
I know what you mean.
So tasty. That's by far my favorite kind of truffle.
Okay, I would have to say I think my aunt actually, she used to bring these truffles over that she would make homemade, and they were like almost like Oreo cake pops. They were like just
Oh, yes, yes.
oh my goodness. They were the best thing I've ever eaten. My family begs her each and every time we get together to make them. And even this past week when my whole family got together, that was the one thing that she brought. Was the Oreo truffles for everyone.
That's awesome stuff. We have a couple little fun facts about truffles. Chocolate truffles are confectionery sweets made primarily of a mixture of cream and chocolate known as a ganache.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was considered a ganache. I don't know what a ganache is, but...
Well, a ganache is typically a thinned out chocolate that you can put on top, almost like a glaze on cakes and things, or on a little type of like petit four, like those like small bakery items. And so...
And they're made of the same stuff mixed with cream and chocolate, and so that's why...
Yeah.
That's interesting. Really cool stuff.
Yeah, instead with truffles, it sets. The term chocolate truffle is derived from the edible tubber fungus known as a truffle, which shares a similar appearance to the confectionery. So it got the name from the mushroom?
Yeah, because it just looked like it.
That is so funny. I don't think it looks anything like a truffle.
I could see what they're talking about.
I mean, because truffle mushrooms are like like brown.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know.
You don't know the circle.
No, they look more like those like the Chex Mix brown chips.
It does. It does.
That's
look like
that's like what a truffle mushroom looks like to me. It doesn't look like chocolate.
Funny. And while the history is uncertain, one tale of chocolate truffle invention points towards the inventor as Master Chef Augustus Escoffier from France. Escoffier from France, or one of his young workers who in the 1920s accidentally placed heated cream in a bowl of chocolate.
What a happy mistake.
I know. I love so many cooking like discoveries are made from absolute chaos mistakes.
Oh yeah.
Like they were like, I accidentally left the boiler running while I like left the room, and then it created this.
Yeah.
And it was delicious. And then they continue to do it, and it becomes like this big old thing, like a truffle.
Now, I was going to say, everybody knows what a truffle is now.
Yeah, that's awesome and delicious. Well, happy National Truffle Day.
Yeah, that's definitely one that I would like to partake in.
Yeah, I need to go get myself some truffles.
We deserve some truffles.
I know, we do deserve some truffles. Like, I could say that every day, though.
Yeah.
I feel like I
always... You guys deserve some truffles, too.
Yeah, I'll tell it to you guys. Everyone. Really.
Curtis, go get yourself some truffles today.
Yeah, Curtis, do you even like truffles? Fun little question.
It's chocolate.
No, I'm not gonna. Curtis likes specific candies, and so a truffle could be out of the realm of possibility.
He's never had truffles.
Really?
Well, you should go out and get yourself one of those like Valentine truffle packs, because you will definitely find at least one flavor in there that you like.
Yeah, there's always so many
like
different flavors.
Caramel and milk chocolate. If you're a fan of coconut, there's always one coconut, and somehow I always end up eating it, and I hate it.
You don't like the coconut ones?
I'm just not a fan of coconut.
Yeah, I get behind that. I'm glad that we both are on that same page. No coconut cakes.
Well, who's going to eat the coconut one out of our truffle pack?
I don't know.
We'll make one of the
at least
boys.
At least we're not making a boatloads of like German chocolate cake.
Yeah.
Where it just has it all over the place, and
oh my goodness.
It's not too bad. I can withstand.
That's my dad's favorite cake.
Like that's the one I can actually tolerate a little bit of coconut on.
All right, well, we got Homer as well as Rap, both splitting up that $54.60 Musco prize, just 2 balls off. I thought you guys were splitting up the minor for a second. I got excited for you. But get enrolled in game number 8, because you guys will be able to get another shot at that. It's almost at $300 already, and as soon as it does that, it's going to be, there it is. Next game, if it doesn't go out in this one, it's going to be clicking up to 64 balls for you guys.
Super exciting stuff. Something else we're super excited about is our Twins season that's happening right now, and we've been phenomenal so far this season.
How have we been doing?
One of the best teams in the MLB, I have to say. Say
thank
myself.
Goodness.
Yeah, 13-9 so far this season. Number 1 in our division, and I mean, just last game, Jorge Polanco drove in 4 runs with a pair of doubles. Carlos Carrera had 4 straight multi-hit game, and Minnesota Twins beat the Tampa Tampa Bay Rays 9-3 on Sunday. The Twins broke out early for five runs in the first inning off Rays starting pitcher Josh Fleming and coasted to their 9th win in 10 games.
All right.
Yeah, 9 win out of 10 games.
That's what I like to see.
Oh yeah, and that set the tone for everything going on. Twins manager Rocco Baldelli said, a lot of good at-bats, a lot of good swings, and a lot of using the whole field.
Absolutely. And you guys, they're going to be taken on the field again against the Orioles. Did I say that right?
Yeah, the Baltimore Orioles.
Orioles, all right. Well, they're going to be going up against them at 6:05, just 5 minutes after we get off air, that second round of Lucky 4 Bingo. You guys definitely want to be coming out and looking at them. And if you guys want to show some support for them, we've teamed up with them for the awesome E-Tab game Twins Win, and you can check that out. Pick a lucky batter in the Home Run Derby bonus round and win some Grand Slam prizes.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff there. And we got some odds for this game, seeing what people are thinking about the game that's about to happen.
Are the Orioles a good team?
Orioles are not. They are the bottom of their division. And
light work then.
Yeah, should be. That's what we're hoping for.
Yes.
And it looks like I'm looking for the betting action on this.
All right, well, let's take a peek.
We are a 1.5 run favorite. The over-under is at 7.5 runs, and we are favored by the money line as well.
All right.
Do you have a guess on what's happening with our Twins? What you think the score is? Under, over?
I think it'll be over 7 combined between the two teams.
Okay.
But I don't think it's going to be a very high scoring game.
Not a very high scoring game.
No.
But 8 points at least scored during this.
Maybe they'll get like,
So like
5 or 6 to like a 2-3.
2-3.
Something like that, maybe.
Okay. So solid answer.
Yeah.
Give the solid answer.
Okay. All right. Well, it's going to be Twins getting 6 and the Orioles getting like 4.
4. Okay, so that also means we win the over-under on that one. I would agree with that as well. I'm going to go with actually a very similar stat line. I'm going to go with the under, as I'm going to go a 5-2 victory for our Twins.
Yeah. I could definitely see that happening.
So definitely some good stuff there. Hopefully our Twins can get the win tonight. Still support them. See if you can win some great prizes in that E-Tab game. Twins win.
Absolutely.
But we do play Twins Bingo every single day from 12 all the way till 1 o'clock. 10 games of it. It's super fun. You also earn points towards the Twiking Zone, which is the combination of our Twins and Vikings Bingo put together.
Absolutely. And so I'm going to read through our top 10 players for you guys right now, as it has been super, super competitive this season. And there was just a few shakeups over the weekend. Now in 10th place, getting pushed back from 8th, it was Doggo 11 over at the Polar Lounge, sitting with 92,000. Jumping up from 10th into 9th place, though, we had Elsa at Titan Sports Saloon, sitting with 94,000. Right ahead of them with 95,000 was a player getting pushed back from 7th into 8th. We have Brizo at the Atomic Star Tavern. Now, our big riser from 9th into 7th place, jumping up, Mikey Wins over at Steve-O's is officially sitting with 112,000 points.
Yeah, didn't just hop into the 100,000 point club, but hopped in with a bang.
Oh, yeah.
Closing it in with that number 6 player. I mean, he's not too close, but definitely
Can
something
easily be made up.
that if I was that 6th place player, I'd have my eye in the rearview mirror.
Well, you hear that, Yo-Yo? You better be looking out, but we do have a winner.
Oh, Lars over at Anamia Vets Club taking home $81 on that one. But if you play again and you win it in the same ball count, you're going to be taking home a giant jackpot because it's clicking up from 60 to 64 balls or less. Super exciting stuff, and we'll see what that minor jackpot can get to by the time everyone gets enrolled.
Absolutely, but we were talking about Yo-Yo with Mikey Wins hot on their trail, as Yo-Yo sits in 6th place over at the Riverside Store and Tavern, sitting with 119,000. 5th place is GTZ over at Sal's Bar and Grill, sitting with 123,000. But right ahead of them with 124,000 in 4th place, it's Bobo over at Corner Bar in Goodhue. Third place is Sinbad over at Corky's Bar South Haven, sitting with 48,000, and right ahead of them with 149,000. In second place, we have Nan at Corky's Bar South Haven. We have a ton of neck-and-neck races in these twiking zone standings right now, but it is going to take a little bit of a push if anyone wants to rival our first place player, Scrub Eye, at American Legion Fridley, who sits with 201,000 points, officially in that 200,000 point club.
Yeah, the first player to do so in this season 11. Good job, Scrub Eye, killing it. I knew Scrub Eye was even out today, getting some more wins, adding to that point total.
Nicely done.
But the location side of these standings. In 10th place, we got Main Street Pub in Kimball with 155,000 points. With 158,000 points in 9th place, getting bumped back from 8th, we got Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. In 8th place, moving up from 9th, we got VFW Blaine with 167,000 points. Getting bumped back from 6th into 7th, we got our place on 3rd in Faribault with 223,000 points. With 227,000 points, moving up from 7th into 6th, we got Steve-O's in Crystal. 5th place, staying put, we got Corner Bar in Goodhue with 267,000 points. With 273,000 points in 4th place, we got Eagles Rochester. And now when we get into that top 3, we get into the 300,000 point club. In 3rd place, we got American Legion Fridley with 315,000 points. Now we quickly move on to the 400,000 point club, because in 2nd place, we got Corky's Bar South Haven with 402,000 points. And then we skip the 500,000 point club.
That's right.
Head straight into the 600,000 point club, because with 666,000 points in 1st place, we have VFW Spring Lake Park.
Seems a little evil.
It does. Evil.
Still impressive nonetheless.
Yeah, definitely a great score for them as they continue to try and catch up to last season's winners, which the locations in last season's winners were able to take home 833,000 points.
Oh, yeah, that is going to be a big feat to accomplish, but it's definitely doable, and we're going to be looking out for the rest of the season to see how high they can just get that total to go.
That's for sure. But we were talking about the new E-Tab and all the new E-Tabs that have come out in 2022, especially the brand new one, Break the Bank, that's hitting your guys' iPads this Thursday. But we are listening to one of our classics, one of our favorites to listen to, and that's Vegas. Feels like you are actually there in Vegas, ready to win some big prizes, and you definitely can in this great E-Tab game.
Oh, yeah, especially it's fit with even the the feather-haired go-go girl just to give you your prize. You'll definitely want to check that out and win some huge prizes. But if that doesn't sound up to your speed, we have over 50 different charitable E-Tabs and counting, and so guys, you can check those out at any time, and definitely be on the know about when that Break the Bank is going to be hitting your iPads, and check that out this Thursday.
Yes.
All of our E-Tab games have 85% payout and huge prizes up to $1,500. You definitely want to be there and check them out.
Yeah, they're super fun. The bonus free play rounds, everything that is all a blast in those games. We've already talked about a bunch of different E-Tab games during this broadcast, between the ones that newly came out, Winter Wonderland that we brought up, and you might as well bring up another one, the #1 voted E-Tab game. You guys selected it back in March when we had our March Madness E-Tab bracket that was happening that you guys were voting for, and the #1 E-Tab, Buku Bucks.
Ooh.
Yeah, but apparently there was one that was close. There was a couple really close races that maybe even Wild, Let's Go Wild, was it? That was really close to going really far in those standings.
All right, well, what is your underrated E-Tab
Underrated E-Tab game of this broadcast has to be, 100% has to be, thought about while we talk about this great winner, Homer, over at Outtakes, one of my favorite Simpson characters, taking home a jackpot of $576. Add on that $145, and you're taking home way over
$711, my friend.
$711? That's awesome. Good job, Homer, getting that great win. And now we are getting enrolled into a game number 10. But I was talking about my favorite E-Tab game, my underrated E-Tab game, and my underrated E-Tab game, and it's probably not underrated out there for you guys, but it's underrated for us highlighting it here on the broadcast, and that has to be a little bit of, why am I blanking on it? Fishing Derby? Is that what it's called? Yeah, Fishing Derby.
All right.
I don't know if that's one of our ETAB games or if that's one of our live bingo tournament games.
It's one of our live bingo tournament games, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Wow. Okay, yeah, Fishing Derby. That's the one I'm going with. I'm just going to stick with that one. That's the one.
All right.
What's
it's
yours?
definitely a fun. I usually say Penguin Palooza just because it brings me the most joy, but I think
Going Bananas.
that's the one I was looking for. I was like, what's the monkey one? I love that one.
Going Bananas.
Going Bananas.
Another really great ETAB game. And if you guys can find any of those ETAB games, I mean, they're super, super fun. All of them have a theme that you probably will like. I mean,
Absolutely.
let us know if there's one that you don't like any of them.
If you guys have any suggestions.
And you're like, hey, I want an ETAB that's like this.
Let us know.
Let us know. I mean, we'd love to try and accommodate for those.
Absolutely.
We do have a little bit of music history to get into, as you guys got 1 minute to get enrolled in this next game. And the first in music history, I mean, both of them don't really have much to do with music, but I like them both.
They're fun.
And in 1997, the James Bond spoof, Austin Powers International Man of Mystery, hits theaters. The theme is Soul Bossa Nova, a song by Quincy Jones in 1962, the same year the first Bond movie appears. Yeah, baby.
I didn't know that it was a James Bond spoof.
You didn't know that?
No.
That Austin Powers is a James Bond spoof?
I thought Austin Powers was the incredible man of mystery himself.
No, he was.
He was supposed to be making fun of James Bond?
Yeah. Yeah.
I had no idea. That is so funny.
I think it's
Yeah.
absolutely. Does it make a little bit more sense when
It does.
when
It
he's
really
making fun
does.
of James? It's all making fun of James Bond.
Yes, it definitely makes a lot more sense now. But Soul Bossa Nova is such a good one, and so it is definitely a fun day to celebrate.
Yeah, I did a way better.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, during the TwinsWinsDay broadcast. This one was a little weak for this broadcast. Yeah, you can't find
We
protection.
even just watched Austin Powers not too long ago.
Yeah, but that was gold member, you know.
Yeah.
Not this one.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite out of the Austin Power movies between Gold Member and International Man of Mystery?
A gold member for sure.
Gold Member's your favorite.
Yeah.
International Man of Mystery is my favorite.
Really?
I absolutely love the first one.
Oh,
I didn't watch
love-
Gold Member till a lot later.
Really?
Yeah, I watched the International Man of Mystery really, really early on in my childhood,
Mm-hmm.
where the other one, it wasn't until probably later high school that I saw the second one.
Fair enough. I think I watched the gold member one probably more as a child.
Really?
Yeah.
That's super fun. Well, it came out today in music history, I guess. It's music history now.
Yeah.
Next up is even less music history, but funnier.
It's about a big name in music.
Yeah.
On this date in 1989, Michael Jackson ended up wearing a wig and a fake mustache while entering a Zales jewelry store in Simi Valley, California. And it comes to find out, security found him suspicious and called the police and showed up, and they had to explain to him that it's not smart to wear a disguise in a jewelry store. That is so funny.
Yeah, me and Will even looked up the disguise,
Yeah.
and it looks super funny. I don't know if it was the exact disguise that he wore into that jewelry store, but he had a very distinct disguise that he used, where he had a little bit of some mutton chops.
That
He
is
had a
so
fake.
funny.
He had a fake mustache.
Yeah.
He also he had a Yankees hat on. It was super, super funny.
That is so funny. Yeah. Yeah, those are some big sideburns.
Yeah, it's really, really fun to see him all dressed up in disguise, and the fact that he decided to do that into a jewelry store makes it even better.
There it is. Rocket over at Eagles of Watana taking home $29.40 on this game number 10.
Yeah, good stuff. But he was just trying to probably not have anybody recognize him.
Or have any paparazzi.
Exactly. Me and Will were even talking about I don't know if this event, but he was telling me about how Michael Jackson bought out an entire mall one time, or a grocery
Just a
store,
shopping
or
piece.
something like that, and then bought casted like actors to be
extras
in the grocery store
and not bother him
so that he could have a regular grocery shopping experience.
That's just a lot.
Or like mall shopping experience.
Seems just like a lot of money to be spending.
But I mean, imagine he's never experienced it.
Yeah.
Like he's been famous since the Jackson 5. Like he's been recognized. He was the main singer of the Jackson 5.
Yeah, and he's a very noticeable man.
Exactly. He has a very iconic look, no matter what stage of life you're talking about, and you could always tell it
very
was Michael
recognizable.
Jackson. And so I get why he's. Huh?
I feel like kind of bad.
I mean, all those celebrities, all those child celebrities, it's so rough on them because they have to be surrounded by paparazzi and people trying to get their personal info all the time.
Yeah.
It's a pretty crazy.
I've been hearing so much about child actors and things that went on when they were in the industry, and I couldn't even imagine. Like Jeanette McCurdy is getting a lot of flack right now because she's coming out about not being the biggest fan of her mom.
Yeah.
But it turns out when she was a kid, when she was like literally 7 or 8, you're supposed to have an account set up for a portion of your earnings to be set aside to be your own money when you come of age. Her mom never set up that account.
Yeah, it's always.
I was like,
yeah, how could what was her character in iCarly?
Sam.
You know, how could she do Sam like that?
Yeah, I mean, and she was even in stuff prior to iCarly, like when she was really young, and I just couldn't imagine, because even iCarly made so much money.
Oh, I'm sure all those actors and actresses
she didn't get any of it.
all made a lot of money during that time. That's absolutely insane that she didn't receive a cent. Crazy stuff, but that's the craziness of a celebrity, and I'm glad that I don't necessarily have to live it.
No, this is as much of a celebrity as will become.
Yes, I feel very celebrity-like during PyCon when you guys know my name. It's just because I'm like, you actually know who I am.
Yeah.
It's always super fun. I always like talking to you guys. But I also like talking to the PGL players, and those are the people that we talk about probably the most. And if you want to be one of those PGL players competing for points, you got to be signed up at pgl.world. Not only do you get insider information, a monthly newsletter, but you also can use that exact sign up to sign into your Player Connect app so you can view our streams, check in on those streams. It's a really useful thing to do, especially if you're playing a lot of Pilot games.
Oh yeah, and especially if you're looking forward to PyCon this year, that is how we guys are going to contact you in the next coming weeks. And so definitely sign up at pgl.world if you're an avid Pilot player.
For sure. But we do have some new players that did just get signed up at pgl.world.
It's a hefty list, my friend.
It definitely is.
We got Bear 199, Mike 2244, Mike 224466, K Bear 89, KC 1986, FL 706, D Mary. We also had Padre Hawk. We had Hot 15, Money, Kimmy, Lex, Carrie 73, KJ 218, 1KJ 218, as well as JPWHKC.
Yeah, good job to all those players getting
Coming
signed
to you live
up.
on Pilot TV.
Yeah, that works well, you know. Yeah, JPWYKC. Good stuff. But you say Ev-L.
Just how it came out.
I have always said Evil 706.
Evil.
Yes, I think it's the it's just missing one. Evil.
Yeah, just without the I.
Yeah. But we do have 54 balls dropped on this one. That means we've missed on all of these jackpots, and we moved on to a $23.60 must-go prize, as we got a bunch of players going after that. We got Joker, Spanky, Just Me, Trapper 1, Shore, all trying to get this win in. And we'll see if we can happen in the next few balls that are going to drop. But we can also talk about the players that have been earning PGL points all season long. And a lot of these players, all these players have already signed up at PGL.world. And before we get into this top 10, we do have a winner.
Yeah, Shan over at St. Cloud is taking home $23.60 on that must-go prize in this game number 11. Hopefully we can get that minor over $100 in this next enrolling screen for game number 12, and so for game number 13 we'll be clicking up to 56 balls or less.
Ooh, that would be exciting stuff. So get enrolled for this game number 12, and In the PGL standings, in 10th place in the player side, we got Big Pimpin' over at the Alibi at Gilbert with 978,000 points. With 1,029,000 points in 9th place, we got Nixon at VFW Roseville. 8th place is Ted over at the Sunshine Depot with 1,041,000 points. With 1,085,000 points in 7th place, we got Sarah Honey at VFW Austin. 6th place is Reyes22 over at American Legion Morristown with 1,088,000 points. With 1,142,000 points in 5th place, we got Brizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill. 4th place is Forget You D over at Eagles Austin with 1,278,000 points. With 1,682,000 points in 3rd place, we got Big Dog over at Rustic Saloon. 2nd place is Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 1,731,000 points. And in 1st place, the number 1 player, Bam Bam, over at Stewartville Legion Post, closing in on the 2 million point club with 1,929,000 points.
Super, super close to getting to that 2 million point club. So maybe after tomorrow night or Wednesday, they'll be able to get there.
Yeah.
And so that is super exciting. We'll have to keep an eye on that. But on the location side of things, in 10th place, it's Neighbors Pub Dover, sitting with 3,556,000. 9th place is Atomic Star Tavern in Mankato, sitting with 3,683,000. But with 3,702,000 in 8th place, coming in from unranked, we got Poppers in Virginia. Next up in 7th place, we had VFW Northfield coming in and sitting with 3,901,000 points. And then in 6th place, moving up from 7th this past week, it was Leo Sports Bar in Mazeppa, just proving that they cannot sit still, sitting with 3,935,000. Next into the 4 million point club already, 5th place is Blasco's Embassy Bar in St. Peter with 4,334,000. With 4,645,000 points in 4th place, it's American Legion Cleveland. 3rd place is Neeson's Gaylord, sitting with 4,842,000 points. And then into the 5 million point club. 2nd place is Billy's Rockford, sitting with 5,795,000. And then as soon as we go in, we are jumping right back out. Now into the 6 million point club. Ooh. 1st place sits with Third Rail Bar and Grill in Big Lake, sitting with 6,154,000.
Wow, well, good job to all those locations and players doing a really good job so far in these PGL nights.
Oh, yeah.
But who else has been doing a really good job? Our Minnesota Wild, and they have now finished the season. They are 53-22-7. And you want to hear the good news or the bad news?
Let's start with the bad news.
With the bad news.
Yes.
There is no bad news.
Oh,
there's only good news. Yeah, we were able to obtain home ice. Kirill Kaprizov had a goal and an assist, and the Minnesota Wild clinched home ice advantage in the first round of the playoffs to beat the Colorado Avalanche 4-1 Friday night. Jordan Greenway had 2 goals, and Tyson Jost also scored for the Wild, who needed a point to guarantee opening the postseason at XL Energy Center, where it won a franchise record of 31 games. Finishing 2nd in the Central Division, Minnesota is 10-1-2 in their last 13 games and 21-3-4 in its past 28 games.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it wins and 113 points. The wins and the 113 points set franchise best. Even stated, Josh said, we want to play in front of our fans. We want to be here on home ice. Whatever the outcome was, we would have dealt with it. But this definitely is something we wanted, and it's nice to see us respond.
Yeah, definitely. Minnesota will be facing St. Louis in the first round tonight. And so the Wild were 0-3 against the Blues this season.
Yes, definitely not what we want to see. Being 0-3 against them.
Yes.
But we do get to stay at home ice and prepare for them. I think that's a huge advantage, especially in a team that you've been struggling with in the regular season.
Absolutely. But we got Drumski over at the Underground Bar and Grill in Mankato, taking home $22 on that must-go prize. That was game number 11. Game number 12. We're about to be getting enrolled in a game number 13.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff there. And we have some odds and predictions for this one. one. And our Minnesota Wild are still the favorites, even though going 0-3 in this regular season, we are a 1.5 goal favorite ahead of the Blues.
As we should.
And the over-under is sitting at 6.5 goals.
Okay.
So what are you thinking about that? I'll give my opinion first, since I made you
Yeah.
give the opinion first about the Twins. And I made the guess that it was going to be an under game, I think it was, as I'm trying to remember what I predicted in Twins. But I'll make up a new prediction just so I can be right no matter what. And we are going to have a nice over win, winning it's a 6-3 win for us.
6-3 win. I was going to say like 6 or 7 to 3 or 4, so we're on the same page.
Okay, so are you going to go 6-4, 7-4?
I'll go 6-4.
6-4. All right, we'll see what can happen in these games. Anything can happen, especially.
I think that's what I predicted for the last one.
Is it?
Yeah.
The exact same prediction. Well, hopefully it can work out. We've been doing really good as of late and should end up working well for us. The goalies that will be going at it in this first round will be Husso. And Marc-Andre Fleury will be between the pipes for us. Definitely some good stuff there. We do have a prediction from Sportsbook Wire saying that they think that the Wild will win 5-4 against the Blues tonight.
All right, not too far off.
Yeah, they did say that the against the spread should be a pass, as it's hard to see the Wild winning by more than 1 goal, as this game may need overtime to settle it.
I see.
Interesting. Should be a nice game for us. Hopefully we can get the win, and really it doesn't matter about if we hit any betting lines or anything like that. To be 1-0 in the playoff series will be a huge advantage for us, especially trying to get out of this first round.
Absolutely. So definitely be looking out for them taking the ice. It's happening at 8:30 for you guys tonight when they go up against the Blues. And in the meantime, you can show some support by playing Let's Go Wild, our eTab game that we've teamed up with them for at any bar or restaurant where you can play Pilot games.
Yeah, great stuff. You know, see if you can score some really great prizes.
Absolutely.
But we are in this game number 13, game number 14? 13. And that minor jackpot still hasn't clicked up, but in game number 14, it will, from 52 to 56.
Oh, yeah.
Super exciting stuff there, as we already have 13 balls dropped in this one.
Absolutely, but we do have a fishing report done by the Lake of the Woods Tourism by Outdoors Weekly. This was just updated on the 26th of April, and on the south end, the majority of the lake is still ice covered with more and more open water each week. This week, sun, wind, rain, and strong outflow from the Rainy River and other rivers and streams, along with higher water levels, are all wreaking havoc on the lake ice.
Yeah, really, really crazy stuff happening over there, as everything is just basically coming in all at once for that big body of water.
Absolutely, but in addition to the fishing the river, sturgeon anglers are fishing near the ice pack edge of the lake outside of that lighthouse gap where the Rainy River enters Lake of the Woods. Some of those bays are open or partially open for those who want to start targeting pike, but not many reports yet, as things are still just opening up. As the water warms and the big fish start sliding in with even partial ice, that pike season is year-round for you guys, and walleye and sauger season is closed, and it'll open up back again in Minnesota's fishing opener on May 14th in just 2 weeks.
Yeah, 12 days until that fishing opener. Super exciting stuff, and really excited to hear your guys' updates on how the fishing's happening over there in Minnesota. And just like when you take when you pull in a big fish and you got to take a picture with it. When you win a giant jackpot, we want you to take a picture of that as well, because we love showing off those players. But you don't just have to be winning jackpots. You can be just having fun, maybe by yourself, with your favorite bartender, with your friends, any reason to send in a picture with you playing Pilot games is worth sending to us. And you can share those on Facebook or by emailing them to jackpots@pilotgames.com or by posting them onto any of your social medias with the hashtag PilotGames.
Absolutely, but we got Trapper1 as well as Grumpy, both splitting up $23.60 on that must-go prize. That miner's going to be clicking up in ball count, and hopefully we can get it over $200 in this enrolling screen to have the same thing happen in that next game.
Yeah, definitely great stuff there and great progressives growing into this game number 14. Super exciting stuff. $154, 56 balls or less to win it, and 2 minutes and 13 seconds to get enrolled. Should be even larger by the time we get into this next game.
Absolutely, but we do have some Viking news to go over.
No more mock drafts.
I know.
We're
it's
done.
Officially, draft is here, and so we're going to see what has happened.
Yeah, we could talk about the players that were actually picked in the draft, not the players that we were like, they may pick these people. No, we actually have the selections, and it was a very different draft than what a lot of people were projecting. They traded down a bunch. They were super active within the draft. I don't necessarily hate what they did in the draft. I think it was a really, really good draft, especially when you talk about the players that we got during this draft. I just don't necessarily love that we traded with in-conference rivals, giving the Lions a #1 wide receiver, and then also giving the Packers their second-round wide receiver. And so both those, wasn't too sure about that trade back, especially the partner. But I thought the trade back in general was smart. We picked up a lot of the good players that we needed, and we really revamped this team, especially with those first 3 picks that we had, which I think can all be immediate starters on week 1 of the NFL season.
All right. Well, that first-round pick that they ended up going with was number 32 overall from the Rams through Detroit. It was Lewis Sine. He's a safety from Georgia, so a first round that began with a Bulldogs defender also ended with one. A 6'2", 200-pounder with a sub 4.4 speed. Sine is an enforcer in the deep half. He can also operate near the line or cover from the slot. He and Harrison Smith ought to be a formidable safety duo for Minnesota's team that has been betrayed by its defense in recent seasons.
Yeah, I think, it couldn't be stated better. Lewis Sine is a very, very talented yeah, I think it's Lewis Sine. Really, really talented safety out of Georgia. I watched a lot of Georgia as I'm a fan of Georgia.
Naturally.
And their defense was absolutely one of the best defenses in the entire was by far the best defense in college football last year, and probably was the best defense I've ever seen in college football. They were that dominant. They were so good. First-round draft picks pretty much all across the board. Wherever you talk about a starter, there was a first-round draft pick that was playing there. I mean, really, really good. They had 5 different players get drafted in the first round from that defense. I mean, very, very talented group over there.
Very cool.
Lewis Sine still led them in tackles. How talented they were. He is a ball hawk. He is athletic. There's not a lot of holes you can pick in his game, as he's very good at coverage. He's very good at going down and making tackles within the box. You can move him all over the field. His position versatility is off the charts. He's a very, very talented football player, and I'm not surprised that we ended up trading down from that number 12 pick, because I know a lot of people want Kyle Hamilton at that pick, the #1 safety in the draft. But Lewis Sine probably was graded higher on our board than Kyle Hamilton, as he fits that prototype safety that you want in the NFL. The ability to cover 1/2, 1/4. He has all that and has seen it within that Georgia defense.
All right, that's super exciting. Well, we also have a couple more, and so that round 2 was number 42 overall from the Commanders through Colts, Andrew Booth Jr. He is a cornerback. He is a cornerback out of Clemson. The Vikes, who took Georgia's safety Lewis Sine, is at the end of round 1, continue refitting their secondary with talented quarter who gets to learn the ropes from veteran Patrick Peterson.
Yeah, I think this was another really great draft pick. I mean, he fell a lot due to not being able to work out during this offseason due to an injury, but he could easily be the 3rd best, maybe even the number 1.
So he was a little overlooked.
He got overlooked. I mean, he still got drafted in the 2nd round. Very, very talented. He was a brink first-round prospect heading into the draft. I would even solidify bottom. He was solidified bottom of the first round. Couldn't work out due to injury. Ended up dropping, fortunately for our Vikings, into the second round, and we picked up a very, very talented cornerback. When he is focused, he is one of the most productive lockdown corners that we saw in college football, but we do have a winner.
Yeah, we got Sherry B over at Old Piper Inn in Blaine, taking home that $31.40 Musco prize in this game number 14.
Yeah, good job, Sherry B. But Andrew Booth Jr., he's very athletic, very talented. He's played for Clemson for a really long time. He has a lot of experience playing there. He's coming in with another rookie DB in Lewis Cine to completely try and revamp this squad. He's going to be surrounded by a lot of good talent to be able to mentor him like a Patrick Peterson. I think it's a perfect fit for us, and he can definitely start on either one of our outside cornerback positions.
All right. Well, another second-round pick was 59 from the Packers, Ed Ingram. He is a offensive guard from LSU, a fixture at left guard for the Tigers. Pass protection is his bread and butter.
Yeah, QB Kirk Cousins. He definitely approves of that pick.
Well, all right.
Yeah, it is a nice pick. I think Ed Ingram, he is a bulldozer of a human being, just a thick man. I mean, you see him.
That's actually one name I have heard.
Yeah, he is a very, very large guy. He bullies dudes in the run game, and he's a very good pass blocker as well. I think all of it comes together, and he should be able to get one of our interior offensive lineman positions from the very start. I saw him even in the Senior Bowl taking center reps and showing off that he can also snap the football as well, which could be why we didn't pick up Garrett Bradbury's fifth-year option. So he's going to be a free agent after the season, I think it is, and which is our current starting center. And so maybe it's due to they think Ed Ingram could be playing center, or it could be one of our other interior offensive linemen, because we definitely have been prioritizing position flexibility within our line, being able to move all over the place. And I think he is one of those guys that can move all across the interior offensive line and play some really, really good football.
Oh, yeah. I feel like last season was what kind of opened my eyes to what actually goes on in football.
Yes.
And it kind of made me start learning just more about the sport in general. But I feel like this season coming up is when it's really going to start, like, making sense to me.
Like the entire sport is going to, like, kind of...
I'll know who players are. Like, it's just, it's a work in progress, you know, naturally, as is learning anything new. And there's so much to it. I mean, there's so much background knowledge that you have already.
Oh, and I probably have way too much for my own good.
Exactly. And like, I hear about it and I just feel like I don't have that knowledge yet. I want it because I want to be able to keep up with what you're saying. And because usually I'm just like, yeah. But no, I want to be in on the action. I want to know what's going on, and I am really excited to see, because I'm gonna kind of see how they're building their team right now, because it's kind of like a jumping off point with this new team.
Yeah, I think they're trying to do a competitive rebuild. From what I'm getting the looks at, is that we're trying to rebuild this team. We want to maintain being competitive, but we also don't want to jeopardize our future by trading away a lot of first-round draft picks to maybe pick up a high-end player that can get us wins right now. We still want to maintain those draft picks, fit around those players, or fit those players around the talent we currently have. And maybe in 2 years down the line, draft a quarterback to replace Kirk Cousins, and do that big move that I know a lot of Vikings fans were looking for in the third and fourth round, as we watched Malik Willis drop that far, and a lot of people were wanting us to pick him up. But I think we did the right thing by sticking with our guns, sticking with Kirk Cousins, and going after a lot of players that can fit into the entire concept.
And kind of fit those holes.
Oh, for sure. And I think we got a lot of good depth picks as well. One of my favorite picks outside the first 2 rounds was actually a linebacker out of Oklahoma. Very, very fast, large, great cover skills out of the linebacker position. That is kind of the quota for our Vikings, is having good coverage linebackers. That's why we have Hicks as well as why am I blanking? Kendricks, who are both really good cover plus tackle linebackers. I think him being able to learn under those guys, he'll be able to start in no time. And he'll also already, just right from the get-go, be able to play special teams and do a lot of other stuff that helps out this football team.
All right, that's super exciting. Well, we'll keep you updated on as things progress closer towards that season. But in the meantime, if you want to show some support for our Vikings, we've teamed up with them for our awesome E-Tab game, Vikings Victory.
Yeah, we do have a split win here, though. We got Dar over at Nichols Sports Bar and Curdy Sr. over at Buster's Sports Bar and Grill.
Yeah, both of you guys splitting up that $40.80 must-go prize. We're about to begin enrolled in that lucky game number 15, and that miner is officially over $200, so it's clicked up to 60 balls or less for you guys. Hopefully, we can give out another jackpot in this game.
Oh, yeah, that'll be exciting stuff. 2 minutes and 6 seconds to get enrolled in this next one, so definitely get enrolled and press play. We do have some jackpot hunter standings to get into next, as you guys are getting into this game number
15.
15?
No, 16.
Game number 16.
Oh, well, we already passed game number 15. That's all right. That was some great winners getting to split up that prize. But now game number 16 is the one where we're trying to give out this money. So you have just over a minute and a half to do so. And while you guys are winning and earning some cash, you guys are earning those points towards the Jackpot Hunter standings. So I'm going to jump right in and let you guys know where all these players are standing off. In 10th place, we got Duh over at VFW Coon Rapids sitting with exactly 40,000 points. With 46,000 points right ahead of him in 9th place, we got the Crazy Kid over at Tasty Pizza Hangar, 45. In 8th place, it's Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon, who sits with 52,000 points. But with 57,000 points, in 6th place, it was 2A Girl over at Jimmy G's Bar. Next up, we had a tie being formed, leaving 2A Girl. Kimmy ended up moving up, tying it up with Brother Nat now. Now they both are sitting with 59,000 points. Kimmy over at Niswa Legion and Brother Nat at the Chart House. Do you think Brother Nat and Brother Nate are siblings?
Maybe that is
brothers?
Maybe that is Brother Nate, and he could never finish his name.
And he never figured out how to put Nate.
And so then he ended up adding the 8.
Wow.
And so Brother Nat was always Brother Nate.
I could definitely see that happening. Well, either way, congrats for signing up at PGL.world. We love to see it, and you are our 5th place player. In 4th place, we got Kev over at the Deer Stand sitting with 61,000 points, right ahead of that tie. Then in 3rd place, we got Not Lucky over at American Legion, Fridley sitting with 83,000 points. Then with 115,000 points in 2nd place, we got Bull over at Corner Bar in Good Hue. And then in 1st place, it is Bobo, also at Corner Bar in Good Hue, sitting with 141,000 points.
Yeah, good job to all those players getting signed up. Now let's get into the location side of these standings, because in 10th place, moving from unranked, bumping out Sundance Golf Banquet Bowl, getting into 10th place, we got Riverboat Depot and Sartell with 73,000 points. With 78,000 points in 9th place, we got American Legion Fridley. 8th place is Shady's Railside and Rice with 80,000 points. With 83,000 points in 7th place, getting bumped back from 6th, we got Billy's Rockford. In 6th place, getting out of a tie with Billy's Rockford, we got Gas Can Bar and Grill in Brainerd with 85,000 points. Closing in on the location with 86,000 points in 5th place, and that's Tasty Pizza Hangar, 45 in Hilltop. 4th place, we get into the 100,000 point club because we got Concordia Lanes in New Ulm with 107,000 points. With 165,000 points in 3rd place, we got Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. 2nd place is VFW Spring Lake Park with 188,000 points. And in 1st place, we got Corner Bar in Goodhue with 371,000 points.
Oh, yeah, super exciting to see. Can't wait to see what the totals get to by the end of the season and see what kind of records are broken.
Oh, definitely. I'll be watching out for that. But we have 43 balls dropped on this one. We're trying to give this out in 60 balls or less, and people are right on pace to hit it in 50 balls or less. So we'll see if that can happen as we got William, Kitchen Ma, Lando Man.
A ton of players out there all trying to get this jackpot. But we do have some fun celebrity birthdays on this day, and so we want to talk about them. In 1979, on this day, Abraham Gessner was born, the Canadian geologist, and he was the inventor of kerosene.
Really cool stuff. I mean, the replacement of animal fat within lanterns and stuff like that. Really, really big time stuff.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to take a little peek at him.
Yeah, definitely should take a look at him. I mean, when you invent something as big as kerosene, a huge, huge accomplishment.
Wow, what a beard he had.
Oh, he had a sick beard. We do have a winner, though. It's Drumsky over at Underground Bar and Grill, taking home $47 on that one. And that means that jackpot is going to continue to grow into this game number 17. Won't be clicking up from 60 to 64, but if we get it over $300 and we don't give it out in 60 balls or less in game number 17, we'll be giving out that having that prize click up from 60 to 64 in game number 18.
Wow. Yes, he has a very iconic beard. He's got the chops with a shaved chin.
That's you know, kind of like Wolverine.
Yeah. Very much like Wolverine.
Yeah, he's kind of just...
He's the Nova Scotian Wolverine.
That's awesome. Well, happy birthday, Abraham Gessner. I mean, kerosene, inventor of kerosene, huge stuff. Born in 1844, we got Elijah McCoy, a Canadian-American inventor of African descent. He is notable for his 57 U.S. patents, one of which was the lubrication of the steam engine.
That is the one he is most known for. That is super, super cool.
Wow, really, really cool stuff. Super smart guy. What else did he create? Was it just...
Let's see.
Yeah, I want to know all of his inventions because, I mean, 57 patents. He definitely had to have a few more.
He invented a portable ironing board, a lawn sprinkler. He enhanced rubber heels on shoes, the sole of it.
Really?
He helped make that. He did the lubricating oil that is used on locomotives.
Wow.
He has over 57 different patents.
Wow, really, really cool stuff. Well, a happy birthday, Elijah McCoy. You
Very
guys
cool.
just have 45 seconds to get enrolled in this next game, though. $47 available on that minor jackpot. That major jackpot's at $10,604. You can win in 50 balls or less. And then that mega prize, that 100 grand that you can win in 43 balls or less.
Well, happy birthday to Elijah McCoy. Next up on this date in 1887, Eddie Collins was born, the American Baseball Hall of Famer infielder. He won the World Series in 1910, 11, 13, 17, 1929, and 1930. He was an all-time MVP in 1914, and he was a four-time American League MVP.
Yes.
And a four-time American League stolen base leader for the Philadelphia A's and the Chicago W's.
Yeah, really, really cool stuff. Yeah, the Chicago White Sox.
Makes more sense.
Yes.
I was like,
Chicago W's, what? No, Chicago White Sox as well as the Philadelphia A's. Really, really cool stuff there. I mean, an iconic baseball player that did a lot in his career.
yeah, has 3,315 hits and 47 home runs in his statistics.
Wow, really, really cool stuff. Happy birthday, Eddie Collins. I mean, one of those guys that could compete really well at the highest level. Next up, born in 1924, we got Theodore Bickel, Austrian-American stage and screen singer and actor. He's in The Sound of Music, Fiddler on the Roof, The Russians Are Coming, and 200 Motels. He was also a folk singer and co-founded the Newport Folk Festival.
Very cool. He's an actor, folk singer, musician, composer, unionist, and political activist.
Yeah, I think he plays the dad in The Sound of Music.
Really?
I'm pretty sure from what I could pick up from.
Let me take a look.
If I got it right. Because I could be off. Because it also just looked a
Where is The Sound of Music?
I know he worked on The Sound of Music, that's for sure.
He might have did some of the music for Sound of Music. I'm not 100% sure. It's not coming up.
Yeah, he was in the sound.
Yeah, I wonder what he was.
Yeah, in The Sound of Music. Let's see. What did he play in The Sound of Music?
He did songs for it.
Oh, he did songs for it?
Yeah, he did a whole bunch of songs.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there we go. We got a winner. It's Homer over at Outtakes in New Hope, taking home $60.20. And if you take it home in 62 balls or less, you'll be taking home the jackpot in this game number 18 of the broadcast, because it's clicking up from 60 to 64 balls or less. So definitely get enrolled into this next game of Jackpot Hunter.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, it seems like he just did a lot of the music for it. All right.
That's really, really cool.
Oh my gosh, no, you're right. He was a stage and film actor who played Captain Von Trapp in the original. He was in the Broadway production.
Oh,
not the movie.
That's what it
was. I was
was.
gonna say he does not look like.
So he was the original Broadway version of the Dad in Sound of Music. I was always wondering, because I see him like playing the Sound of Music, but everything looks off when I'm looking at it. And so I was like confused, because I hadn't watched the Sound of Music in forever. And so I was like, is this the Sound of Music that I'm looking at? Like the right one? And it makes a lot more sense.
It was the Broadway Captain Von Trapp.
That's awesome. Well, happy birthday,
That's very
Theodore
impressive.
Bickle.
I think that's almost more impressive.
Yeah, almost. I think so as well.
Yeah.
Really, really cool.
Well, happy birthday, Theodore. On this day also in 1972, this is a more widely known actor. It is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He is... He's a American pro wrestler. I actually didn't know this.
You didn't know he was a pro wrestler?
No.
Yeah, he was a collegiate football player. Played for.
I knew that.
Played for. I'm forgetting USC. I think he played for.
USC.
I'm pretty sure he was a D end wherever he was at. Miami. Miami was
I was
where
gonna say
he
I
was
thought
at.
it was in Florida.
Yeah, he was in the University of Miami, and then tried to go to the NFL. Didn't end up being able to make it in the NFL. And his dad was a professional wrestler,
And so he was like, let's try that out.
Yeah, let's try out professional wrestling.
Oh yeah, he is a pro wrestler. He has won the WCW Championship 2 times, the WWE Championship 8 times, and he won the Royal Rumble in 2000. He's also an actor and producer known for many, many works like Baywatch as well as Jumanji.
Yeah, really, really fun stuff. We were talking about what is your favorite character that The Rock has ever played?
The Tooth Fairy.
The Tooth Fairy. That's a good pick.
That's absolutely. No, actually, it might be The Game Plan.
The Game Plan?
I loved him in The Tooth Fairy when I was a kid, but as soon as you said, what's your favorite thing he's been in, I think of him saying he's allergic to cinnamon.
Cinnamon?
Yes.
Cinnamon?
I
the
love
cinnamon
that.
in these cookies?
Yes.
Yeah, but I also love The Tooth Fairy as well, the 2010. He had a lot of fun movies. My favorite character that he's ever played has to go in between. It's like 2 different characters.
Okay.
It's Hobbs in the Fast and Furious series. He did a really good job playing a character in the Fast and Furious movies.
I don't think I've seen the later Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah, he's awesome in it. Has some sweet fight
Really?
scenes. And then the other one is the Scorpion King. Has to be one of the
With
top
all of
ones
his
up
hair?
there. Oh my goodness, looks great. The CGI is awesome in it. It's more entertaining than actually good. But I mean, Race to Witch Mountain has to be my number one.
Oh, that's natural for you.
Yeah, Race to Witch Mountain over all of them. Oh, I forgot about the Gridiron Gang. Oh, such a good movie. Top tier movie. Thought it was going to be terrible when I watched it. Me and John actually very much enjoyed it. But it's because the very first scene when you're watching like the trailer of it, he's like, now what are you standing on? Standing on, and they're like, what, coach? Like he's you're standing on the gridiron.
No, they're like, where's the gridiron, coach?
Oh yes,
And
and
he's
he's like, you're
standing
on
on
the
it.
gridiron. And that was a quote for me and John for probably about 3 months afterwards.
Yes. Yes, it was. I can attest to that.
Great singer in the Moana.
Oh yeah, I really liked him in Moana. I think he encapsulates that character perfectly. He is like the real life version of him.
Yeah.
And so that is really cool.
I want to see Jungle Cruise. I've heard good things about that.
We watched part of it.
And then we ended up just turning it off.
It kind of felt like a fever dream, if we're being honest.
Yeah,
like,
I don't remember. I think it's one of those that I ended up hopping on my
phone.
There was
like magic or something tied in.
Really?
It was interesting.
We do have a jackpot winner though, winning over $619.60. Good job, Drumski, over at the Underground Bar and Grill in Mankato, taking home that jackpot. We'll be taking a break for this next game, and we'll be back to talk about some of your favorite celebrity birthdays.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talking his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts, drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Hey guys, and we are back and better than ever for this game of Jackpot Hunter. We just gave out a win in game number 19 of these 23 games. And who was the winner?
It was, I don't even know if you can hear that. It was a drum roll, and it is it was Drumski in game number 18, and then in game number 19, it was Brother Nate over at the Chart House, taking home $21.20.
Yeah, good job, Brother Nate. We were just talking about all the great rock movies and everything like that. One of the new movies that are coming out, it is The Rock's birthday. One of the new movies that he's coming out with is Black Adam.
Yes.
I'm expecting good things out of it, just because I mean it's The Rock in a superhero movie. Like, how can that go wrong? Like, he's fighting. Like, what did he do for half of his life? It was WWE. Like, fake fighting is his profession, and so he's got to be good at like doing all the action stuff of.
Yeah, and it'll be cool that they don't have to like CGI him bigger. He can do a lot of like the actual fight scenes himself.
Yes.
Like, it'll be cool to see it in that aspect. I don't know like anything about Black Adam, the character as it is in the Marvel universe, and so I'm very interested because I want to like educate myself on his backstory,
who the Black Adam
and
is,
who Black Adam is.
or maybe you'll find out in the movie.
Well, I'm sure I'll find out in the movie.
The one
but
thing
I would
that
like to have a little preconceived notion.
Yeah, for sure. The one thing that I said to you during our break was I wish he would play the Thing in the Fantastic Four, because who doesn't want to see The Rock play a rock?
It's such a missed opportunity. Like, that is such a missed opportunity.
Yeah, I think that would be perfect for.
And didn't he get to like hand select who he wanted?
I don't know. I don't know all what went into him being selected.
He sought out Marvel.
Okay.
Like, I knew he wanted to be a part of it. I'm not sure if he was just like given a role.
They were just like, oh, here's the next movie we're making. Like, you can be this
audition
superhero.
for this if you'd like. But I feel like if they would have taken the time and thought it through, The Rock playing a rock would have been top tier.
I think so as well. But Dwayne The Rock Johnson, happy birthday. Can't wait to see the new movie, Black Adam.
Absolutely. But also on this day, another big name. In 1975, David Beckham was born. He is the English soccer midfielder. He had 115 caps.
Yeah, I don't.
58 of them were as a captain.
Okay, cool stuff there.
Yeah, he has been the Real Madrid, AC Milan, Paris SG, and the LA Galaxy. And he was also a owner of the Inter Miami CF.
Yeah, and Salford City. Really cool stuff. We got Brother Nate taking home another win over at the Chart House, taking home $29.40. Good job, Brother Nate, as we're about to get enrolled into a game number 21 of the broadcast. Super exciting stuff, and hopefully we can get that minor jackpot over $100 while we're getting enrolled to this game, so we can try and give out another jackpot before we head out.
Absolutely, but we have one final celebrity birthday.
Wait, let's talk a little bit more about David Beckham. I feel like there's more to talk about David Beckham than just soccer midfielder. He's an iconic guy that Victoria Beckham, huge name as well. What does she do? I'm not sure.
She is a model, and I think she might have had a clothing line.
Ah, yeah, it does look like she has a clothing line. As well as her being a singer, songwriter, fashion designer, and television personality.
Okay. I did not know that she was a singer or songwriter.
Yeah, she was she rose to prominence in the 1990s as a member of the girl group the Spice Girls, in which she was nicknamed a Posh Spice.
I forgot she was in the Spice Girls.
Yeah,
that's how she started. That's like how she got famous.
That's really, really cool. I didn't realize that he was married to a Spice Girl.
Victoria Beckham. I completely forgot who you were.
That's
I knew this.
That's so
She's
fun.
Stinking Posh Spice.
Yeah, and then David Beckham. I mean, he's famous for being a really good soccer player, but probably more known nowadays just for his good looks.
Yeah, definitely is known for his looks, his tattoos, his modeling.
Yeah,
that whole empire that they kind of built, and their kids are getting a lot of traction now too as they get older.
They?
Like Brooklyn and Romeo, I see them everywhere, just plastered in.
That's super
social
super
medias,
cool stuff. I'm sure their whole family's super famous. Happy birthday, David Beckham, though. And we got one more celebrity birthday that I think you're about to talk about in 1985. Lily Allen, an English singer-songwriter. She did It's Not Me, It's You, and is a TV presenter in the Lily Allen and Friends show.
Very cool.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah, not familiar with Lily Allen, though.
No, she is the daughter of Keith Allen, the film producer.
Okay.
Lily Rose Beatrice Allen is her full name. She's an actor, author, and singer-songwriter.
That's really, really cool.
Very, very cool. Yeah, no, she's actually married to David Harbour, the guy from Stranger Things.
Oh, like the dad from Stranger Things?
Yeah, the cop.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love him as an actor, and I mean,
yeah, and we're getting closer to the new season of Stranger Things coming out.
I'm super excited.
I have no idea when that actually is going to happen.
Yeah,
but
seen him in Russia.
I think, yeah, he's like in the snow in Russia or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it's super, super exciting stuff. I like the Stranger Things series, and I'm excited to see what can possibly happen with him leading the way with that as one of the main characters. Lily Allen's husband, but it's Lily Allen's birthday.
Yeah, she's also cousins to Sam Smith.
Really?
Yeah.
So just a very famous person with a lot of famous connections, a lot of famous relatives.
She's also like a mental health activist,
Wow.
as she is very open about her diagnosis and like the normalization of that. And so that's very cool.
Yeah, really, really cool stuff. But we do have 33 balls dropped in this game number 21. We're trying to give out any of these prizes as we got players 12 balls away. We got Yes Please, SNL, TNL actually. Tom. We'll see who can take home this great win. But before we get into that, we do have a little bit of Timberwolves news. Not the best Timberwolves news, as they are 46-36 this season. And Desmond Bane and Dylan Brooks each scored 23 points as the Grizzlies rallied yet again to eliminate the Timberwolves, winning 114-106 in Game 6 on Friday night.
All right.
And so ended up getting bumped out of the playoffs, not quite able to make it. But I don't think this was a total loss of a playoff series. We had the game won. I think it's a very, very big learning experience for some of these big time players like Anthony Edwards, who's never experienced a playoff series before, and some of these other young players that necessarily haven't gotten that full experience.
Yeah.
And so I think they now know a little bit more about what it takes to win a playoff series. You can't just let your foot off the gas once you get that big lead. You need to be able to win those games out, especially when you have a lead in the playoffs.
All right, but we got Julia over at Brian's Bar and Grill taking home $22.20 on this game number 21.
Yeah, really, really good stuff. But we can look up the rest of the NBA playoffs, see what's happening over there, as there are definitely some games that are happening in these few days, as it looks like the Golden State Warriors and Grizzlies already played a game, and the Bucks and the Celtics played a game. Bucks beat the Celtics 101-89, and the Warriors beat the Grizzlies on a last-second victory, 117-116, where Ja Morant missed the game-winning layup.
All right. Well, there also are some games going on today, and so the 76ers are going to be going up against the Heat today at about 6:30 for you guys, and then the Mavericks are going to be facing off against the Suns also today at around 9 o'clock for you guys.
Random, because I know you don't have any idea on these teams whatsoever on how good they are. And what's your predictions of who's going to win the games tonight between 76ers Heat and Mavericks Suns?
I'm going to go the 76ers and the Suns.
Okay, I'm going to go Heat Mavericks, just to be opposite of you, just to
spice things up.
Have winners and losers in this guessing game that we're playing. So really fun stuff. We'll see. Maybe we'll both be winners, and I predict
one gets one.
And we each get one game.
Isn't the Suns like the top team?
Suns are the #1 team
That's
in I think the entire NBA, as they finished with the best record in the NBA, and the 76ers Heat are kind of an evenly matched
I was going to say, I'm not really sure who's better than the other in that matchup.
Yeah, they're both really, really good. Tomorrow there's some more games. Warriors, Grizzlies, and Bucks Celtics play once again, and so definitely keep keep up to date with that NBA playoffs, as it's still super fun to watch, even without our Timberwolves sadly not being there.
Yeah, that's all right, though. It's still fun to be a part of. But if you guys want to be a part of something fun, check out that Twins Bingo tomorrow from 12 to 1. The jackpot's rolling and growing over to tomorrow, and you guys will get 10 games at it. Not to mention, we also have that line and large M prizes on each of those rounds for you guys to take home some cash and some Twiking Zone points.
Yeah, great stuff there. And the player standings sit like this. Getting bumped back from 8th, we got Dago 11 in 10th now over at the Polar Lounge with 92,000 points. With 94,000 points in 9th place. Moving up from 10th, we got Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon. Getting bumped back from 7th into 8th, we got Bryzo over at Atomic Star Tavern with 95,000 points. With 112,000 points in 7th place, moving from 9th all the way to 7th place and getting into the 100,000 point club, we got Mikey Wins at Steve-O's. 6th place is Yo-Yo over at Riverside Store and Tavern with 119,000 points. With 123,000 points in 5th place, we got GTZ over at Sal's Bar and Grill. 4th place is Bobo at Corner Bar and Goodhue with 124,000 points. With 148,000 points in 3rd place, we got Sin Bob over at Corky's Bar South Haven. 2nd place is Nan at Corky's Bar South Haven with 149,000 points. Only a 1,000 point gap between those two Corky's Bar South Haven players. And in 1st place, though, we got Scrub Eye at American Legion Fridley with 201,000 points. The first player to be able to get into that 200,000 point club.
Oh, but in the location side of things, 7 out of 10 of our locations are already in that 200,000 point club or higher. So it's been super exciting to see. In 10th place, we got Main Street Pub in Kimball sitting with 155,000. With 158,000 points, though, in 9th place, getting pushed back from 8th, it's Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. Then moving up from 9th into 8th place, we got VFW Blaine sitting with 167,000. And then another switcheroo happened where 6th place got pushed back to 7th. Our place on 3rd and Faribault now sits with 223,000. 6th place moving up from 7th, it's Steve-O's and Crystal, riding on the back of Mikey Wins his points, now sitting with 227,000. 5th place is Corner Bar and Goodhue sitting with 267,000. And then with 273,000 points in 4th place, it's Eagles Rochester. In 3rd place is American Legion Fridley sitting with 315,000 points. With a 402,000 points, though, quite a big jump into 2nd place, it's Corky's Bar South Haven. But then no one's catching up to 1st place, VFW Spring Lake Park sitting with a whopping 666,000 points.
Wow, good job to all of those players and locations. We've clicked over on all the jackpots in this game, and that means that all those jackpots are going to be growing and rolling into our final game, game number 23. But in game number 22, we have a $26 win over to Grumpy over at Murs Cedar Chest, taking home, the $26. And that minor jackpot is now clicking up from 52 to 56 just for this final game.
Absolutely, and so if it doesn't go out on this final game, don't worry, you'll get some more shots at it tomorrow when you come out from 4 to 6 tomorrow as well.
Yeah, but we have some fun movies that were released on today.
All right.
As 2003 was a good year for movies on today, because we had first one, X2, one of my favorite X-Men of all those X-Men movies.
I'd have to agree.
I like it better than the original X-Men.
I agree. I think the original X-Men might be one of my least favorite of the X-Men series.
As X2 really found their groove, they really figured out how to do it.
And they also got more money added to the budget, and so things just got better production. The quality of actors chosen got better. I feel like they really found their stride and realized that this is going to be a super successful franchise.
I forgot that James Marsden played Cyclops in those series.
Yeah, and I think he did a great job at it.
He did do a really good job. Patrick Stewart and Hugh Jackman, though, are the iconic ones of those movies, as they just became so known for those roles, Professor X and Wolverine.
Absolutely. I mean, they couldn't have cast Professor X any better.
Yeah, box office, it made $407.7 million.
Which one do you think is your favorite X-Men out of all of them?
Ooh, that's a tough ask, because the X-Men series is a really good movie series, and there's a lot of different movies.
We just recently watched through all of them.
We did just recently watch through all of them. And so I honestly, probably one of the Deadpool movies. Absolutely love them. They're super funny.
Yeah.
They add a lot of comedy, and I just feel like those are the ones I enjoy watching the most, are those Deadpool ones. But probably if you're talking about the serious, like actual X-Men series ones, I'm gonna have to go with. It's a tough one, but I'm going to go with X2 as my favorite. No, X-Men Last Stand.
I was gonna say
X-Men Last Stand has to be my favorite.
that's mine.
Yeah, it's
for sure.
It's such a good one.
It's the one I watched the most as a kid growing up. I loved that one.
Yeah, Curtis, do you have a favorite X-Men series movie? Let us know if you do.
And I actually really enjoyed Dark Phoenix.
Really hated that movie.
Really?
Did not like it
I like
whatsoever.
the cast a lot, and I think that helps.
I think
because I
X-Men
looked over the acting.
X-Men Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix. Those two absolutely are probably my least favorite of the X-Men series. I even enjoyed X-Men Origins Wolverine better than those ones, just because X-Men Origin Wolverine was a fun one.
Yeah, that was fun.
It's a really fun one. It may not have a lot of good continuity within the X-Men universe, but it was really fun to watch, especially as a kid.
Yeah, no, I'd have to say I like Dark Phoenix. I also just really like that actress.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember who plays Dark Phoenix in that one.
I don't know her name, but she's married to Sophie Turner.
Yeah.
Yes, she is married to Joe Jonas.
Really?
Yeah, and she's about a foot taller than him, and it's amazing. And they're so in love and so happy. She's amazing. I think she plays a great younger version of Jean Grey. She's also in.
It's so hard though to compare her to the original Jean Grey.
Famke.
Yes, she did such a good job as her.
She'll always be Dark Phoenix. She'll always be that character. But I think that the Sophie Turner portrayed her okay.
Okay, I can get behind Curtis's reasoning for loving X-Men Apocalypse. I didn't like the villain. I thought it was, but this one scene definitely saves the entire movie for me, and that's the Quicksilver running around in super speed scene where he's grabbing everyone out of the building. It's super fun, and so I can get behind it. Curtis's X-Men Apocalypse being your favorite, just because of Quicksilver in it.
I had no idea until about 3 days ago. Even was it 3 days ago? When did we watch Moon Knight? About 2 nights ago, something like that. We've been keeping up with the show Moon Knight that's coming out on Disney Plus, but I had no idea that the villain from Apocalypse was Oscar Isaac.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
Super funny. You
can't recognize him at all.
No, because he's fully painted up and everything like that, and he's in this big old mechanical suit.
Yeah,
but,
he's like if Avatar met a Predator.
But if you zoom in and you really look at his face.
Oh, if you look at his nose, you can tell it's definitely him. But I just had no idea.
Yeah, super funny stuff. Well, let's keep on moving. In 2003, released on today with the Lizzie McGuire movie.
Oh yeah, that was definitely a classic growing up. Definitely a good one. But we got some winners. We got Mindy B. We got Drumski. We got Easy Eddie as well as Kriegio. All splitting up that prize of $35.60 on that final game.
Yeah, final game of Jackpot Hunter. We're now getting enrolled into the last game of the entire happy hour. A little bit of lucky for bingo action. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled and press and play. As we were talking about the Lizzie McGuire movie. Great movie. Me and Will even admitted to putting it on when our sisters weren't around and, during Twins Bingo. It's such a good movie. I mean, how can you not enjoy it? Yeah, and then the little scribble Lizzie McGuire was probably the best character of the entire movie.
Really, I think I really liked the teacher that chaperoned.
Oh, yeah, that's another good one.
I love that actress, and so I think she was probably one of my favorite parts. But well, on this day, if you guys want to watch a Lizzie McGuire movie, today's the day to do it.
Oh, yeah.
But it seems like Marvel really liked this day to release some movies because also on this day in 2008, Iron Man, the first one, was released.
Yeah, the beginner of the Marvel series. Now, the Hulk movies are technically a part of the Marvel series.
Same with X.
And then they just
X-Men.
X-Men is not.
It's
It's never been connected together. Where the Hulk movies are actually supposed to be just a recasting of that Hulk.
Really?
Yes, I didn't realize that until Will told me today
had no idea.
that it was a recasting of the original Hulk.
Bruce Banner?
Yeah, and that it's all supposed to be within that same universe. And so I didn't realize that. And so, but Iron Man in my head is the beginning of those series.
Definitely.
They really killed it with that first one and kind of set the tone for the rest of the Marvel franchise.
Yeah, and I feel like it was kind of like a rebirth for Robert Downey Jr. And so it was a really great way for him to like reinvent himself in the industry and kind of
he wasn't even the highest paid actor on that movie.
No, he did not make like any money doing it.
Yeah, but I mean, really got a good name for himself, and he fit it perfectly.
Oh my goodness, he is Tony Stark.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that he embodied the role where it's going to be really hard for me to ever view another actor or another actor down the road.
I will admit, I will be very happy if they do bring back that kid for Iron Boy. I think that would
the
be
kid from Iron Man 3.
I think that'd be a really cute tribute to that, but
it's always going to be hard to vision anybody other than Tony Stark as Iron Man or anybody else playing Tony Stark.
Yeah.
We do have balls dropping in this last game. And the last movie that was released on today that's worth highlighting, in 2014, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was released. Not the best movie, but
I have a new appreciation for Andrew Garfield.
Garfield the Spider-Man due to the No Way Home.
Yes, I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. It makes me want to rewatch The Amazing Spider-Mans. I think I'd be a little disappointed still watching them.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 is so bad. The Hobgoblin's really bad in it.
Oh, is that the grimy one?
Yes,
okay.
yeah. It's all really rough. But we do have how'd you say that? Krigio, one ball away on this, trying to take home a $5 must-go. Our top three players in the Jackpot Hunter standings are 3 Not Lucky, second Bull, and first Bobo. In the location side, third is Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. Second is VFW Spring Lake Park. And in first is Corner Bar in Goodhue. And the Loch Ness Monster, in this day in history, got its first sighting in 1933.
That is impressive.
Yeah, really, really cool stuff.
Very cool, but we do want to showcase the biggest jackpot winner of this past weekend and give him a little bit of a shout out and showcase the location he was playing at and the charity he supported. So it was Bobber over at Harbor Bar and Restaurant getting to take home $11,622 over the weekend. A great jackpot going in their pocket, and Harbor Bar and Restaurant supports a great charity.
Yeah, American Legion Post 491 in Bayport, and their mission is to enhance the well-being of American veterans, their families, our militaries, and our community by devotion to mutual helpfulness.
And there it is, SP Allen taking home $5 on that prize. You guys are about to be getting enrolled in some Skull Bingo, and guys, remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
See ya. Hey guys, and probably our favorite part of doing the job that we do is giving out massive jackpots. And we give out so many massive jackpots every single week, and we give out a bunch during the weekend as well. So we'd like to highlight those weekend jackpots, which got us to a jackpot total so far this season of 359 jackpots.
That is super exciting, but starting Friday off, we had Meth24 over at the Wild Boar Bar and Grill, who took home $861.
Good job, Matt. We also had Iron Tail over at Jimmy G's Bar, taking home $1,308.
Nicely done. Then we had Sam and Diane over at McPete's Sports Bar and Grill, taking home $691.
We also had Helen B-Day, happy birthday, Helen, over at Wild Bill Sports Saloon in Rochester, taking home $1,030.
Nicely done. Next up, finishing off Friday right, was Policy Man over at the Arlington Dugout, taking home a whopping $17,039.
Yeah, the largest jackpot of the weekend.
Ooh.
But Saturday was really good as well, as Stingray over at Booney's Bar and Grill took home $605.
Oh, and it doesn't stop there. Willie over at Van Bullies took home $676.
We also had Spencer B over at Don's Corner Bar taking home $738.
Next up is a big-time long player. It's Fred Trisha over at VFW Spring Lake Park game to take home $738.
Another great player, Tamjer, over at American Legion Pine City, taking home $930.
Nicely done. Then finishing off Saturday, we had Bruce T over at VFW Blaine, taking home $792.
Well, let's get this Sunday started off right with another longtime player, Baba Booey, over at Granite City Food and Brewery Roseville, taking home $3,294.
Nicely done. Next up, we had Reno over at Grumpy's Bar Cold Spring, who got to take home $695.
Oh, yeah, and then the final jackpot of the entire weekend went out to Ask Me over at Bleachers, taking home $1,012.
Nicely done to all of our jackpot winners. Try your hand at all of the bingo we have to offer to take home some jackpots as well. And remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
Hey guys, and we love our lunchtime bingo, and Twins Bingo is a blast to play, but we still haven't given out a jackpot heading into this week of Season 11 in Twins Bingo. So we'll see if that jackpot can go out in this week. Should be some super exciting stuff, and should be giving out some crazy Twiking Zone points.
Absolutely, so make sure you guys are coming out at 12 to 1 to try your hand, but we want to talk about these standings. And so jumping right into the player side of things, in 9th place, we start off with a tie between Mikey Wins over at Steve-O's and Elsa at Titan Sports Saloon, both with 88,000. Right ahead of them, though, with 89,000 in 8th place, we got Doggo11 over at the Polar Lounge. With 93,000, it's Bryzo over at Atomic Star Tavern, sitting in 7th. And then in 6th place, it's GTZ over at the Midi with 111,000 points. But with 115,000 in 5th place, we got Yo-Yo over at Riverside Store and Tavern. 4th place is Bobo over at Corner Bar in Goodhue, sitting with 124,000. In 3rd place, we got Simbob over at Corky's Bar South Haven, sitting with 132,000. But right ahead of him with 133,000, it's Nan at Corky's Bar South Haven, sitting in 2nd. And then our 1st place player is Scrub-Eye at American Legion Fridley, sitting with 166,000 points accumulated so far.
Well, good job to those players already getting into the 100,000 point club, but our entire top 10 is already in that 100,000 point club. As we get started off in 10th place, we got Titan Sports Saloon Oakdale with 120,000 points. With 136,000 points in 9th place, we got Main Street Pub in Kimball. 8th place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 147,000 points. With 186,000 points in 7th place, we got Steve-O's in Crystal. 6th place is our place on 3rd in Faribault with 211,000 points. With 257,000 points in 4th place, we got a tie between two top-tier locations, Eagles Rochester and Corner Bar in Goodhue.
Wowie.
But in 3rd place, we got American Legion Fridley with 282,000 points. With 358,000 points in 2nd place, we got Corky's Bar South Haven, and then that number 1 location, VFW Spring Lake Park, with 599,000 points. So close to getting to that 600,000 point club.
Absolutely, that is super exciting, and they're going to be making it there soon, so I hope to see you